probably the biggest game of the season yet for Ohio State, getting ready to play the Cornhuskers. This is one we've been looking forward to for a while. Nebraska, maybe not quite as good as we thought they'd be coming into the year, but I think still, for sure, the toughest test of the year for Ohio State, especially on defense.
Yeah, no, you heard about this the entire week. And, like, even though Nebraska maybe hasn't played their first 4 games the way that a lot of people thought they would, Ohio State's players and coaches have still been sort of hyping this one up, and a lot of it is largely because you sort of want to see this defense tested a bit. Like, they've looked really good at thus far, but I feel like after every single game we've had to say, but they've only played these 4 teams. Like, this is arguably the best quarterback that they'll face all season.
Yeah, Adrian Martinez, really good quarterback. Lots of weapons too. J.D. Spielman, Maurice Washington, Wandale Robinson. Lots of guys you can test this defense in a way that we haven't seen yet this year. Other side of the ball, Nebraska's defense isn't too intimidating, but Justin Fields, I still think this is a big test for him going on the road, facing the pressure of a nighttime environment, starting to rain on us a little bit here, so I might have to deal with the elements as well.
Yeah, no, the Justin Fields thing is really interesting because no team has really forced him to make some throws. You've seen Justin Fields, he's had a lot of throws, but I think Ryan Day has really designed the offense really well for him thus far, but I think maybe this is the first game where you're going to have to see him force some of those throws that they don't necessarily want him to force, or maybe run when it might not be a great time to run, he might get hit, but that's just what you have to do to win.
This is not a special effect, people. It was not raining when we started, and
now it is.
Thought this was
going to be great.
It's kind of could be off and on tonight. The rain could play an effect on the game. Personally, I think that's good for Ohio State because Nebraska leads the country in fumbles, and a little more condensation on the ball usually doesn't help with that. But
that's true.
What do you think the rain could have an effect on this game?
I mean, I think you sort of nailed it. I throughout this entire week, I've been pretty confident that this is a game that I think Ohio State should and can and will win. And I've also picked them to cover. I forget, what was your pick?
45-21.
Yeah, I think mine was about 45-17, something like that. Yeah, you said off and on. It's off and on right now. But I think the Buckeyes will. I think they'll win.
All right, I'm gonna go to the press box.
Yeah, we
get
need to get out of here.
We're gonna finish this thing up. So stay tuned to 11 Warriors for full coverage of today's game.